What's going on? Born for Sports. Welcome back to the New York Giants off-season talk. And for those that are new to the channel, appreciate if you hit like and subscribe to Born for Sports. Giants Nation, we are 1 week away, man. 1 week away from the NFL draft. Yes, and you know what? There's a lot of rumors out there, and I'm just ready to get it going, man. I am just sick and tired of every week another rumor. The Giants might be interested in this guy. Oh, they're gonna take a quarterback. Oh, they're gonna want to not take a quarterback. Maybe they might trade up. Maybe they might trade down. Everything has just been all over the place this entire process. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for it to come about because we are about 1 week away, and the truth shall be coming to fruition of what the Giants really want to do. And I just got some thoughts because I'm just thinking to myself, man, there's no doubt. The biggest elephant in the room is what is the future franchise quarterback for the New York Giants going to be? Hey, we know they signed Russell Wilson. Sierra's husband's a New York Giant. We know they signed Jameis Winston. But what we don't know is if they can become good enough to have this team be a good team this year to elevate them to a playoff team. The chances are not likely that's going to happen, especially how this team is currently constructed. But the Giants don't have power for that. But what they do have power with the third pick is most likely is to decide what quarterback they want to take if they do want to take a quarterback. Now, let's just go back to when the season ended. I mean, when the Giants just inexplicably lost, inexplicably won that game week 17, but with that win, they lost. They lost, and they lost the number one. In a terrible season like that, they had it in their control, and they let it go. They just inexplicably fumbled it. So the talk after the season was, oh, man, what are the Giants going to do? What are they doing winning that game? They're probably not going to be able to pick their quarterback of choice. You know, it was, well, Tennessee's picking number one. You know they're going quarterback. Then it was Cleveland's picking two. You know they need a quarterback. Well, now, months later came the whole stuff about at the combine. Hey, looks like the Giants and the Titans are negotiating a trade up. Maybe they don't love the quarterback class of Tennessee Titans. But now things have changed, and it seems they're locked in on Cam Ward. It seems. And it seems Cleveland might not be wanting to take a quarterback either. But that's the thing about this draft. In the first three picks, the draft really starts at 2 because Cleveland's going to decide what the Giants want to do was the prevailing thought. But now I got questions. Because now I'm hearing stuff about how maybe the Giants don't want to take a quarterback that high and don't view the quarterback class good enough to do it. And maybe they just go with the top prospect that's available. Now, those two top prospects, okay, position player-wise, are Travis Hunter and Abdul Carter, whichever way you decide you want. And it looks like the Giants are going to be in position to take one of them, just depending on what Cleveland does. Because it looks like they might not want a quarterback to sign in Flacco as well last week. Now, my whole thing is this. Shedeur Sanders is likely going to be there for the Giants if they want him. But my question, Giant Nation, is Shedeur really Brian Daboll's guy? Is this posturing from the New York Giants side of things because they're still afraid Cleveland's going to go and take Shedeur? Or is the team going to try to trade up to get him? Or literally, is this Brian Daboll's guy? Because make no mistake about it, folks. Make no mistake about it. This pick, if they take a quarterback, is on Brian Daboll. It's on Brian Daboll. It's his choice. If he tells Joe Schoen, this is my guy, this is the guy we need to get, I think Joe Schoen's going to take him. If he says, hey, I'm not a fan of him like this high at 3, if him and Joe Schoen decide, hey, the number 3 pick is just not matching the value, then I don't think they're going to take him, folks. I think they're going to go top position player left between Hunter and Abdul Carter because, number one, they want to save their jobs. They want to be here long term. And if they go draft a guy they're not in love with, chances are they ain't going to be here after this season. Dead man walking. Dead man walking. Now, we all saw in Hard Knocks on that show in the summer, last summer, they had a scene where they asked Brian Daboll straight up. Joe Schoen asked him, would you want to trade up for Jaden Daniels? And he said yes. Okay? He said yes. You know? And if they don't love him, I don't think they're going to go with Shedeur. And it bears the question with all these things. You had Albert Breer come out with a report today. Albert Breer saying how, now I don't know if this is just smoke. Oh, well, there's a lot of scouts and executives I talked to that don't even have a first round grade on Shedeur Sanders. Get out of here. I'm not even trying to hear that. That's just a bunch of nonsense to me. You're talking about one of the best quarterback prospects in the land right now. Okay. All right. 37 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 4,134 yards on a terrible O-line in front of him. Maybe not as terrible as the year prior to, but a bad offensive line. Okay. 74% completion percentage. Don't tell me that this kid can't play. Okay. Don't. So I don't know what's going on around the league. Maybe the league just doesn't see Shedeur the way they should. It happens with prospects all the time. Tom Brady's, Brock Purdy, Boomer Esiason from back in the day. He was a second-round pick. Russell Wilson, for instance, he wasn't a first-round pick. It happens all the time with certain quarterback, Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts, second round is whatever he is. It happens. Sometimes these guys get underneath the cracks. And it seems like today's NFL are scouting traits more than quarterback play. And that, to me, is an asinine to me. If you can play the position, you can play the position, bottom line. And Shedeur can play the position. So now that begs me to wonder. Has me wondering, is Shedeur Sanders the quarterback that Brian Daboll wants? Because now I'm hearing Jalen Milroe rumors now that the Giants might be comfortable just saying, hey, you know what? We'll go take the top prospect, whether it's Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, and we'll maybe there's rumors, maybe they'll jump back in the end of the first round and get Jalen Milroe, or in the second round, the top of the second round. Maybe it's the gymnastics with the Browns is really more at the end of the first round instead of the top of the first round, because both organizations are thinking the same thing. They don't love Shedeur. Now, this could all be smoke. We all know this is Lions season, but it has to really come down to really make you wonder, is Shedeur Sanders Brian Daboll's guy? Is it? We're going to find out soon, folks. We're going to find out soon. And I just think if he is not the guy that Brian Daboll wants, it's going to be a mistake. And a mistake the Giants might not be able to recover from, as far as the organization keeping his regime. Because, folks, they got to win. And we're going to find out draft night two things. Number one, like I said, is Shedeur Brian Daboll's guy? And is this regime more selfish than we think and only thinking about short-term wins over long-term success? Giants Nation, let me know how you feel in the comments. Do you think Shedeur Sanders is Brian Daboll's guy? Or do you think they're targeting another quarterback at the end of the first and later rounds? And don't forget, to like and subscribe to Born for Sports. Let's go, Giants.